Hello, my beautiful little Moglets. So today we are talking about the summoning system. This is just going to be kind of a little thought piece, how I feel about the current state of gacha in Epic 7, some pros, cons, what I think could make it better, what I like about it, etc, etc. So let's start with the positives. That's usually how I like to roll. Positives. I think it's pretty exciting the way they do it. I mean, of course, they would have to try pretty hard to make gacha boring, because that's like the thrill of gacha. You know, you don't know what you're gonna get. You hit the summon button, boom, book comes flying up. You don't know. I mean, you kinda know, because at this point, blah blah blah, it's a 3-star. You can see that it's an artifact from the page, so you kind of get some hints telling you, but you don't know exactly what it's gonna be, and that's pretty cool. I also do like the speed of the gacha, because you can just spam click away, unless of course it's gonna be a 4-star. Then it kind of stops you from spam clicking, because it's like, hell yeah, boy, nice. Okay, this isn't really a summoning session, but I'm super happy to get a Shuri. But yeah, okay. Damn, I should just randomly summon more often. Anyway, that was actually a point I wanted to get to a little bit later regarding the speed, is that, you know, when you are just doing like hundreds of summons to try and get your favorite hero or whatever, you don't want to sit through all the animations, so probably most people are going to be spam tapping, spam clicking, whatever you're doing. But when it is a 4-star or higher, obviously, and something interesting, you want to soak it in a little bit. Think about, what could it be? I thought maybe that's going to be a Shuri just now, and it was a Shuri. Shuri is literally my most wanted 4-star right now, so again, super awesome. But yeah, just the little details like that, it's quite nice. Another thing that isn't directly about summoning, but of course ties closely to it, are Skystones. I feel that they are super generous with Skystones actually. You can see I have 16.4k up there, which is quite a decent chunk, and I am almost a free-to-play player. You know, I do buy the monthly pack when I eventually notice that I don't have it anymore. Sometimes I go a few days without it, whatever. That's, you know, $5 a month. It's not that big of a deal. You get quite a few, and besides that, I actually haven't purchased anything at all. We can even go into the shop. Like, there are some decent deals in there. Like this rank up pack, for example, I've been tempted to buy every now and then, but then I'm like, I don't really need those 3,000 Skystones. But 3k for $30 isn't that bad, you know? But the monthly pack, you know, 1,100 for 5. That's damn good. But there's no way I'd be at 16.4k just from the monthly pack. You get crystals, seemingly, I have no idea where. I did a video on it a while ago, but you get quite a few from Arena, which we can't even check out right now. I've maxed out my Orbis. I probably get like, you know, 30 per day there, so not bad either. And as a mostly free-to-play player, I've been able to drop, you know, quite a few summons. Lilibet didn't take very much, but quite a few summons on every banner. I haven't been lucky enough to get every rate up, obviously, because sometimes I'm only going, you know, maybe 50, 60, maybe up to 100 if they're a unit I actually really want. But the fact, as a mostly free-to-play player, being able to participate in every rate up, whether it's big or small, is a big point for it compared to a lot of other gacha games I've played. I feel that they're pretty generous with Skystones. And of course, in turn, bookmarks. You also get some bookmarks, you know, from places. I do have to put a little asterisk there, because I don't participate usually in rate ups for older heroes, mostly just the new ones. So that's pretty much what I like about it. I think it's pretty accessible to even free-to-play players. I like the whole process of summoning, how it stops you from spamming and going through it. When you get a 4-star, and you know, when you just get a 3-star, you can, you know, go through them pretty quickly. So now what I think could be improved, what I don't necessarily like too much about it. If we look at the drop rates here, we can see a 1.25% for a 5-star, 4.5 for a 4-star, and 41% for a 3-star. Firstly, the rates aren't that good to start off with. It might be better than some games, but also worse than some. Maybe they're around average. The main problem I have with this is that artifacts not only are in there, but have a higher chance. You know, 6.5 for a 4-star versus 4.5 for a 4-star hero. And it's either because of this, or that I'm just more, you could say, unluckily skewed to get more artifacts. But, you know, all these 4-star artifacts that are in the pool constantly, I would say I have at least half of them maxed and have all of them. You know, the 4-star heroes, I don't have a single triple S memory imprint 4-star hero. And as you can see, actually, 0.18 per hero. I know there are more heroes to dilute it, of course, but 0.36, you know, that's almost double. And then of course, an over 2% chance for every single 3-star artifact. What I would like to see changed is, at the very least, have them equal drop rates. What would be preferred, but is probably too much to ask for, is a hero only drop. Maybe even make it like, I don't know, 7 bookmarks instead of 5, but I would pay that price to not get artifacts. Even if it's only 3-star heroes, you know, mostly in a 4-star hero every now and then, you know, it would be worth it for me, because I don't care about artifacts at all. In fact, I'd probably pay 10 bookmarks for a hero only drop rate, because every time I get an artifact, you know, mostly it's a 3-star, it's going to be turned into 1 dust, which doesn't do much for me. Sometimes it is nice to get a nice 4-star artifact, like the Taga Hell's Ancient Book. I do have one maxed, but I have another one that would be decently interesting to max as well, to have 2 mages, you know, start with 40 souls. You could do some pretty interesting things with 40 souls. So yeah, that's basically my thoughts on that. I don't think people should be getting more artifacts than heroes. Artifacts, while they are important and everything, they're boring, you know, just a little card. Heroes, much more interesting. You can do so much more with heroes. You know, you can give them gear, ascend them, awaken them, promote them, blah, blah, blah. So yeah, there's that. Also, I think, even though I did praise it for being able to skip 3-stars pretty fast, I think there should be a 10-time pull option. This would be pretty easy to implement, and I believe I did read in a dev note a couple of weeks ago that they were thinking about implementing this. And while that may take a bit away from the initial build-up and excitement, you know, sometimes people don't want to sit through, you know, 100 plus white flashing screens only to be disappointed anyway by another ENOT or whatever. One more thing, which again might be kind of asking too much, having a failsafe per 10 to get like a 4-star, even if it's going to be an artifact, would be nice as well. You know, I've gotten, I believe, 30 3-stars in a row at once, and that doesn't feel too nice, to be honest. Even though technically your chance to get a 4-star hero, 4-star artifact is 11%, so theoretically on average you would get one, you know, every 9 to 10 pulls. But when you go a long streak and just have bad luck and don't get that 4-star artifact or hero, you know, it just doesn't feel too good. So I would say having a guaranteed 4-star every 10 if you don't get a 4-star by that 10th pull would be nice. It's a pretty common practice, I would say. In a lot of gacha games I've played, there is a sort of fail-safe on 10 pulls, you know? You get guaranteed something good, you know? Not necessarily good, but better than a 3-star. Let's take a moment to do a summon, just because we're feeling summony. Okay, nothing special, unfortunately. Also in line with that, a guaranteed rate up hero after a certain amount of pulls. That's a little bit iffy for me. Like, on one hand, it would be nice. Of course, I think everyone would agree that it would be, of course, nice for there to be a guaranteed, you know, you get this character after a certain amount of pulls. I do appreciate they do that with, you know, exclusive heroes, ones you won't be able to obtain after their rate up is gone. It's just that there is another side to that coin. If everyone got the hero in 120 pulls or whatever, every new rate up hero, for example, then they would be less special in a sense. And I know that sounds kind of weird, you know, and then back to the other side of the coin, it's still like that some people can get this hero in 1 pull and others can do 600 pulls and never get the hero, you know? And that, in my opinion, is more messed up than just everyone having the hero after 120, you know? But I mean, that's kind of the nature of gacha games. I would say that the lucky ones are going to have advantages, but some way to even it out, some kind of at least little failsafe would be nice. Because again, I'm sure it's a horrible feeling when you've been saving up for like 3 months, you know, got yourself a nice pile of bookmarks. You're like, oh damn, this is the hero I've been waiting for. Perfect for me. It's what I need. Boom. You know, drop 600 summons, never get it. That's got to be pretty soul crushing, you know? And I can't imagine, instead of someone that happens to being like, okay, I'm gonna show this game, I'm gonna buy $300 of Skystones and summon till I get this character. I think most people are just gonna be like, screw this, I'm done, see ya. You know, even if it was like a tiny hidden one, like every time you fail to summon the hero, it goes up by like 0.1%, you know, or maybe like 0.05. That way you would like guaranteed get it in like 200, but it wouldn't like have that little banner here. It wouldn't necessarily show that. It's just your chances are higher and higher each time you don't summon it. I think something like that in place to at least differentiate it between an exclusive, and a normal new hero rate up. I don't know. I think that'd be pretty good for everyone. Then we move on to Mystic Summons. Mystic Summons, damn, I don't even know what to say. The best units for PvP are locked behind Mystic Summons. Currently, I mean, we have Fallen Cecilia. I don't think she is like super meta, super necessary. But of course, before that, well, we can't see it anymore, but we had Bala and Cezanne, we had Moonlight Aura, 2 units of which, if you had them, it's like your easy road to be good in Arena, you know? And you know, for the actual good unit, you got 0.625% chance. The Mystic Summons are much, much harder to farm than normal bookmarks, or of course Skystones, because you get those kind of just naturally over time doing things. Mystic Summons pretty much only come from Guild Wars and maybe, you know, hunt farming. But even with hunt farming, the drops are pretty low, and you're never actually guaranteed to get any. I believe there are some Mystic Metal packs with maybe a couple thousand in them, pretty expensive. But even if you buy those, 0.6 chance, it's like only a handful of people are really gonna get these really, really good heroes. Like, again, I completely understand it's a gacha game and this is the way things work. I just think it's a little too far, you know? The best units are locked behind Mystic, and Mystic medals aren't super easy to come by. It doesn't matter if you're a hardcore farming player, blah, 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 but it's just that a very small but lucky group of players have these heroes, and there isn't much to combat like a Bala and Cezanne, for example. So that's how I feel about Mystic Summons. They are still technically free medals, so everyone has the chance. It's just, with almost no way to combat those types of units, it's just, I don't know, whenever I see a Bala and Cezanne in Arena, I'm just like, okay. Moonlights, I actually feel pretty much the same way as Mystic. There are some really, really good heroes in there, but I feel like at least the Galaxy bookmarks, while I wouldn't say they're easier to farm than Mystic medals, it kind of feels like you have a better chance to get something good. I mean, 27.5% chance for a 4-star Moonlight hero. There are a lot of good 4-star Moonlight heroes. And you know, for 5-star, it's 0.2 for each. You know, of course you can still get the Bala and Cezanne and all the ones that were in Mystic. But yeah, at least the chances for Moonlight is not bad. 2.5% for a 5-star. You know, it's definitely not bad. 27 for a 4-star. But yeah, Friendship Summons. I don't have anything to say about that. Pretty cool when you need some fodder or want to raise an artifact desperately and you don't have any of those charms. I don't think there's actually too much else to say about it. Those are my sort of suggestions thrown out into the void that no one who would need to hear them will, I guess. I suppose it's rather meaningless anyway, because I guess they've gotten these sort of suggestions a lot regardless. Oh yeah, I also do like the fact you get one of these orange transmit stones after 20 pulls. So like after 120, you know, you get a Moonlight Summon. I'm so itching to do my Moonlight Summons, to be honest, but I still kind of want to wait, because they hinted at a sort of failsafe for Moonlights. It might be like guaranteed 4-star after 10 pulls or something, you know? Even that wouldn't be too bad. I'm sure I've gotten pretty close to 10 3-stars in a row on Moonlights. There's one more thing I really want to do before I wrap up this video. Even though I'm not using Shuri too much right now, it's mainly because his speed imprint, oh damn, he only gets 1 speed from that. Kinda sad. I'm honestly thinking about putting Watcher Shuri into normal Shuri, but I don't really want to do that. He's level 60, fully awakened. So I'm just gonna stick with my guns on this one. I know normal Shuri gives a better imprint because it's only to 2 units, because most of the time 2 units are enough. You want it for your combat readiness booster and maybe the next most important in those slots. And since he can't give it to himself, it's basically 2 versus 3. But yeah, it's kind of tangenty now. 1 more Shuri, and you know, we can get it up to 9, and that's pretty significant. Then maybe we could take him back into Arena with us. But yeah, I suppose that'll do it. You know, this was kind of an off-the-cuff sort of thing. There may be some more little nitpicks or little things I like about it also, that I'm not really mentioning now. But I would say the main things I think about regularly when it comes to summoning, I have said. If you have any thoughts also, make sure to drop them in the comments down below. Thoughts about summoning, the things you like, the things you hate, the things you want to see changed. Just drop them all down there. Also, while you're down there, you could drop a like on this video. Always greatly appreciated. Thanks, as always, for watching, and until next time.